Before I start, I want to say one thing, and that's right, America, before I start. I want to say how proud I am of this club, its founders, leaders, and you. Let me tell you why. Because you took your own initiative and decided to make a new club. Having been there and done that on several occasions, I know it's not easy. It took a lot of effort, dedication, and in some cases courage to do it. So I'm very, very, for whatever it means, I'm very proud of this particular club. Okay? Now, do you know how valuable you are? Do you? Do you know how valuable this club is? Mexico is changing. It's no longer the old Mexico. It has not been since NAFTA was put in place. Toastmasters in Mexico can no longer afford to be the old Toastmasters. Not with people joining Toastmasters your age. Let me tell you a story. In July 2013, a study was conducted by COPARMEX and Manpower. A shocking revelation came. This is Jalisco, the technological center of Mexico. And yet, when people were interviewed for new jobs in global companies, better paying jobs, 38% of them, even with all the technical skills they needed to accomplish those jobs, could not get them. Do you know why? They did not say it. You're saying it, speak English. A personal story. This spring and summer, I was one of the consultants for an outsourcing group that was hiring computer software engineers for a new company coming into Jalisco. I was one of two people that measured their English levels. 68% of the people that we interviewed could not get the jobs because they didn't have English. That's terrible. You think Jalisco's shocking? DFE's worse, it's 48%. So how important are you? How important are English-speaking Toastmasters? I'll tell you how. Many people go to universities, take English classes, pay for schools, take English classes, and they come out of those classes and they couldn't hold a conversation worth anything. I know. Because they don't teach them communication skills. They don't teach them how to use it. Vocabulary, yes, this is the right word. The right test. What do you do? What do you do with it? Fortunately, the greatest single university in the world for teaching communication skills is right here in your hands. Every meeting. Because we are known, Toastmasters, as having the greatest communication skills training program in the world. 114 countries throughout the world. 94% of our Toastmasters Club throughout the world are English Toastmasters. English speaking. Taiwan. 145 Toastmasters Club, the little island, right? 75% of those are English speaking. 4 more are bilingual. And yet here we are. We're in Mexico. We have 10 clubs in Jalisco. We have 4, 2 of which are bilingual in DFE. We have 4 in Monterey, I'll start counting them up, 1 in Potosi, 1 in Cancun. That's it. What is wrong with us? We need a change. We need to realize how important each and every one of you and each and every one of our clubs are. Because Mexico has a problem. It is desperately trying to bring more global business. Unfortunately, for the old-timers in Mexico, and I love Spanish, and I'm Mexican, in case anybody wants to know, by option. The language of business is English. I don't care if it's Poland, Russia, China, Taiwan, Malaysia, wherever we deal, Germany, English. And we have young professionals. I'm looking this up. Every one of our company club members are there for one reason: to improve their communication skills in English. Why? Break it down to one thing. Say anything you want, it comes down to this: money. Better paying jobs, promotions, you name it, that's how they get it. What we need to do is we need to realize how important we are and how much we can help our own country and help our fellow brothers and sisters. We should preach Toastmasters in English everywhere we go. And only one reason, not because we teach great presentation skills, that scares people. Because we teach them how to communicate, how to lead teams, how to communicate as far away as India and China and Czech Republic with those people who also speak English, how to write emails that business people understand and like and will get results. We teach all those things. So is that important? My personal opinion, darn right it's important. So, what I want to see personally is every member of every English club start spreading the word. Hey, would you like to get a better job? Would you like to get a raise? Would you like to improve your communication skills in English? Yeah, boy, have I got news for you. And let's find some new clubs. There's no reason that we can't have 23 English-speaking Toastmasters clubs in Jalisco. We have several Spanish clubs, and I love them, that right now are switching to bilingual for the very reason they have younger members, and they are starting to realize to get the jobs their members need or want, they're going to have to be better in English communication. Do you think that's a worthwhile thing? I mean, if we love Mexico, we can even call it a patriotic endeavor. Because let me give you an example. Hewlett-Packard and The Economist just announced it's going to dispose of 5,000 jobs in the United States, and they're going to ship them overseas. Hewlett-Packard has 3 installations here. Nice big Toastmasters club. But remember that 38% that couldn't get a job because they couldn't speak English? Remember that. Because a lot of people assume, and I hate that word, spell it slowly and you'll see why, that they'll all come to Mexico. Uh-oh! They have a competitor called Bangalore, India. What's the second language of India? Oh, really? Different, but it is. Right? So, let's hope that Mexico's HP can find enough employees to take care of those 5,000 or whatever percentage that we can get in Mexico. That same thing applies all over the country. And we can help. You. Because we need to make Toastmasters in English much more well known. And unfortunately, the only people that are willing to do that are the people people in English-speaking clubs, and I'm not going to be very popular in the face of some people if they could hear me, but they've heard me say that before. You are the key, and people just like you. My only question is, just one, will you? Will you? Will you spread the word? Will you invite other people to come to this club? Will you tell people about the advantage of having a Toastmasters club in English? Will you? I challenge you to do so, because you would be amazed at the rewards as you see somebody stand up here who can hardly do anything except this. And then watch what happens to them about 4 speeches down the road, or about 7 times they practice in table topics. That's the reason. And I'm lucky. That's my pay. I get to see all this. And that's why 37 of our members in the past 16 months have received promotions within their companies because of what they learned in Toastmasters. And oh, by the way, out of that 37, there are now 3 that have been promoted multiple times. One young lady, 3 times in 10 months. And I'll tell you what, I'll even name the company. San Mina. It's not that easy. Anybody here work for San Mina? There you go. Walk up and ask Esperanza.
What?
Walk up and talk to Esperanza Rodriguez sometime and ask her about Toastmasters and her first time she was promoted, what her boss said to her. Okay. So my question to you again is, will you? Because if you will, we have people that will help as far as new clubs are concerned. You don't need to be afraid. I've never had anybody shoot me yet for telling them, hey, what do you know about Toastmasters? No, you don't have to answer. Go ahead. You know, I've never had anybody shoot me. I've never had anybody throw me out the door. It may happen. I don't know. But think about it. You have a friend, a college classmate, that you know could benefit from Toastmasters. And for some odd reason, there's many that you've never mentioned it. Think about it. I bet that's true. Some people don't mention it because they don't know what to say. Ask me the question, what do you say? Ask me the question.
What did you say?
Yeah, somebody says, well, what's Toastmasters? It's a place to learn communication skills. That's all. Nothing else. Well, how do you do it? Well, okay, then you can tell them. You have to appeal to their needs. Albert gave a great talk at officers training about that. Any questions? Nobody's going to answer my question. Will you?
I will.
All right, that's 1.
Me too.
2. Come on, guys. 3, 4, 5. Let me ask you a question. Has there ever been a time in your life that you haven't received something good that you would like to share? Unless it's your cookies, because there weren't enough. All right? So do it. As the famous Nike slogan says, just do it. And you will be surprised when somebody comes up to you, like somebody came up to me and said, Jim, I will never be able to thank you enough for inviting me to your Toastmasters club. because this is what it's done for me. There is no way in the world that you can buy that type of feeling. It comes free. Take advantage of it.